Ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, let me start with a little truth that might surprise you. Success is not a secret. If it were a secret, only a few folks with a magic password would have it. But success is not a secret, it's a system. And the good news is, systems can be learned. Now I want you to imagine something with me. Suppose you and I are standing in an apple orchard. I hand you an apple seed and say, plant this seed, water it, give it sunlight, protect it, and be patient. You don't come back the next morning yelling, this seed doesn't work. No, sir. You understand there's a process. Success works exactly the same way. Too many people want apple pies without planting apple seeds. They want the fruit without the roots. They want the harvest without the habit. And then they wonder why life feels so hard. Let me say this slowly, because it can change your life. You were designed to succeed, but you must discover your natural path. You see, a fish is miserable trying to climb a tree, and a bird is frustrated trying to swim like a fish. God didn't make junk, and He didn't make clones either. You are unique. Not just a little different, but wonderfully, intentionally different. I once met a young man who said, Mr. Ziglar, I just don't know what I'm good at. I asked him, son, what do you enjoy doing so much that you forget to eat lunch? He smiled and said, well, I like fixing things. I said, congratulations, you just found a clue. Your natural path often whispers before it shouts. Now here's where folks get tripped up. They look at somebody else's success and say, I want that life. But they don't see the years of discipline, rejection, practice, and persistence behind it. They see the stage, but not the steps. Let me give you a little Zig Ziglar math, and don't worry, this won't hurt. Success equals direction times persistence. If you're persistent but headed in the wrong direction, all you get is tired. But when your direction lines up with your design, persistence becomes powerful. I grew up in a big family. We didn't have much money, but we had plenty of love and laughter. And let me tell you, laughter will take you places money never will. I learned early on that attitude matters more than aptitude. A good attitude will take you further than a high IQ with a low EQ any day of the week. Some folks say, when I get successful, then I'll be happy. I've got news for you. Happiness is not a destination. It's a companion. You don't wait to be happy until you arrive. You bring happiness with you on the journey. Your natural path to success begins with believing three things. You matter. What you do matters. The way you do it matters. Success is not about climbing over people. It's about lifting people as you climb. And when you understand that, something magical happens, doors start opening where walls used to be. Now don't misunderstand me. This path isn't always easy. If success were easy, everybody would be lined up around the block to get it. But difficulty is not a sign you're on the wrong path. Often it's confirmation you're growing. So let me ask you something, and I want you to answer it honestly, even if nobody else hears you. Are you running your own race, or are you exhausted chasing someone else's finish line? Because your success, my friend, is waiting on the path that fits you. Now, folks, let me tell you something I learned a long time ago. Your attitude determines your altitude. You can have all the talent in the world, but if your attitude stinks, people will hold their noses and walk away. On the other hand, you can be learning, growing, and imperfect, and with the right attitude, people will line up to help you. I once knew two salesmen who worked in the same company, sold the same product, and had the same territory. One complained all day long. The other whistled while he worked. Guess which one made more money? That's right. Whistle while you work didn't just feel better. he did better. Attitude is not something you wait for, it's something you choose. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Zig, you don't know my situation. And you're right, I don't know every detail. But I do know this. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. And before you argue with that, let me ask you, how's your way been working so far? Your natural path to success requires an attitude adjustment from time to time. That doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means believing that even imperfect situations can produce powerful results. Let me tell you a story. A farmer once complained that his land was full of rocks. Another farmer said, "Well, at least you've got building material, same land, same rocks, different attitude." Some folks see problems, successful people see puzzles. Some folks see obstacles, successful people see opportunities in work clothes. Now here's the funny part, and I hope this makes you smile. Many people say, "I'll change my attitude when things change." That's like saying, "I'll start steering the car after I reach my destination." It doesn't work that way. Your attitude is the steering wheel. If you don't like where you're headed, adjust the wheel. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is positive input. Garbage in, garbage out. Goodness in, goodness out. Be careful what you watch, what you listen to, and who you let speak into your life. Let me be clear, optimism is not denial. It's confidence that even if today is tough, tomorrow can be better if you keep moving. Your natural path to success doesn't require perfection, it requires progress. And progress begins the moment you decide, "I'm responsible for my attitude." Now let's talk about goals. Because dreams without goals are just wishes, and wishes don't pay the rent. A goal is a dream with a deadline. I've met a lot of people who say, "Someday I want to be successful." And I always ask, what day is someday? Because it's not on the calendar. Your natural path to success becomes clear when you write things down. There's something powerful about putting pen to paper. It takes a thought out of your head and gives it a place to live. Let me tell you a secret about successful people. They don't always know exactly how they'll get there, but they're very clear about where they're going. Think about it this way. If you got into your car and said, "Just drive," where would you end up? Probably lost, frustrated, and arguing with the GPS if you even turned it on. Goals give direction. Direction gives confidence. Confidence fuels action. Now here's some good news. Your goals don't have to be gigantic to be powerful. A series of small, consistent goals will beat one big goal with no action every time. I once heard someone say, "Zig, I don't have time to work on my goals." I said, "Well, then you're going to have plenty of time dealing with the consequences of not having goals." Goals are not just about achievement, they're about becoming. The real value of a goal is not what you get, but what you grow into along the way. Your natural path to success will stretch you, but it will never betray you. Write your goals. Review them daily. Adjust them when necessary. And most importantly, act on them consistently. Now, friends, let me bring this home. Success without significance is the emptiest success of all. You can climb the ladder of success only to discover it was leaning against the wrong wall. Your natural path to success is not just about making a living, it's about making a life. When you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want. That's not just a nice idea, it's a proven principle. Success is sweeter when it's shared. Achievement feels better when it lifts others. And fulfillment comes when your talents serve a purpose bigger than you. So here's my challenge to you. And I want you to hear this with your heart. Decide today to walk your path, not your neighbor's path, not your cousin's path, not the path social media tells you is popular. Your path. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. And do it with a grateful heart and a determined spirit. Don't wait for motivation to strike act. And motivation will follow. Right now, not tomorrow, not next week. Make a decision. Asterisk. Write down one goal you've been avoiding. Asterisk. Commit to improving your attitude daily. Asterisk. Take one small action in the next 24 hours. And if this message encouraged you, share it with someone who needs a lift today. Subscribe, stay connected, and keep feeding your mind with truth, hope, and encouragement. Because you were born to win. You were designed to succeed. And your natural path to success is waiting, but only you can walk it. Thank you. God bless you. And I'll see you at the top because the view is better there. And there's plenty of room for you